Hello there, and welcome to another magazine flip-through video. Today I have a very exciting and beautiful magazine. It is British Vogue from 1987. So it is 37 years old. And we will explore the beautiful fashion of the 80s with these beautiful broad shoulders, shoulder pads, bright colors, and big hairdos. So let's see. I'm going to take on my glasses and see what we will find in here. So first thing I see is that in August 1987, this magazine cost only £2. And we will look at some active British style, vital new choices from the London collections, classic good looks, update on British traditions, and rock and royalty, fashion's most powerful influences. Yeah, this is the time where the British royals were very, very young and popular, and especially Princess Diana and Countess Fergie, two royals that were great fashion icons of the time. And of course we know of many fashion icons in the world of rock music, like Madonna and many others. So let's just flip through. And here's an ad on the first page from Harrods. And here you can see the beautiful model with big curly hair and a very oversized jacket. It was everything was so oversized back then. Even this suit, it looks like it is 2 sizes too big for this man. But that was the fashion back then. So, Canali, Milano, Louis Farad per Paris. Yes. Obviously, we can't go through every single piece in this magazine, so I will just pick out the most interesting or the most fun. Yeah. So we see here beautiful couple, British couple, very stylish. They look very posh. Yes, it is a magazine for the upper class of Britain, I guess. So, Vogue notices film, theater, art, dance, and music. So, a film from this time was Pee-wee's Big Adventure and Tin Men. So it is, I don't know if you remember this movie or this actor from that time. I think he looks familiar. And there is also one called Serious Money. It is with Juliette Binoche Made in Heaven also, with Kelly McGillis and Timothy Hutton. Yep. And here's an ad for Polo Ralph Lauren. It was also such a popular brand back then. And here's another ad for a big stereo system. I remember those. My sister got one of these for her confirmation. Yeah. Music, Stevie Wonder. He was big, and Madonna. There's a piece about the big star of the time, Stevie Wonder. Stevie Wonder is one of Black America's certified geniuses, a mercurial, maverick talent who never ceases to surprise and delight. As with Prince, an obvious here. One thinks of him alone in a room surrounded by synthesizers and machines. Someone for whom sound is so close, so tactile, that he seems connected to those instruments. And here's, of course, Stevie Wonder and Madonna here, who was such a big star at that time. And that was her looks in 1987. She had the blonde short hair. Yeah. And the leather hat too. Madonna, right place to adoring fans late this month at Wembley with her bow-shaped mouth and unmistakable sweet South voice. Yeah. And something about books. Alexon. I don't remember this clothing brand, Alexon. Maybe you do. And again, here is Louis Farrand's fashion. Now for some bright neon colors mixed with black. It is Escada by Margareta Lee. And here is this beautiful model here. I don't know if you remember her, but she is the one that got married to David Bowie. I don't remember her name. What was her name? Iman. I think her name was Iman. And I think she was from Ethiopia, if I'm not mistaken. She was so beautiful and very, very young here. Very young. This is a long time ago. And here we can see some of the more, unfortunate styles of the 80s. Not my personal taste, but it certainly is an eye catcher. That's true for sure. So here the designer notes, I love working with precious materials, letting patterns and colors play together, and then combining them differently over and over again. Yes, and it's made of pure new wool. These designs from Escada. Escada. Ah, look at those shoulder pads there. Very, very broad. It looks, with today's eyes, it looks a little clownish, if that's a word. But back then it was high fashion. Absolutely high fashion. Escada, of course, add the right matching accessories, belts, scarves, gloves, and shoes. And now also tights that are perfect color match. Yeah, it's black, so black matches everything, so yeah. Wow, and this is very bright yellow color here is so popular. I remember all those neon colors when they came out. Yeah. But they look best on a dark woman like Iman here. Not exactly a look for me. But I aim for contrast. Sporty and elegant for every occasion, and to bring more variety and color into our daily lives. Margaretha Lee. Yeah. Escada. And here is just a Diet Coke commercial to healthy and young people here in Coca-Cola, Diet Coca-Cola sweatpants and sweatshirt. I think people maybe thought it was healthy back then. Great taste, no calorie, no sugar. Yeah, just for the fun of it, Diet Coca-Cola jogging suit. Then you can cut this little piece out and order that. Yes. For £17. That's not a lot of money. That's not very cheap. And a car commercial for a BMW. It's moments like this that convince BMW that an underpowered car is a dangerous car. Certainly, the Cranfield Institute of Technology found that the most dangerous overtaking at lower speed was between 30 and 40 mph. Okay. The BMW, the ultimate driving machine. And beauty notices. And here is a little picture of Cindy Crawford when she was very young and unknown. She's not even mentioned by name here. Just her look. And the cover look is explained here. That's the cover picture. Let's see. That's this photo here. The strength of what's to come. This autumn, pale matte skin, natural cheek color, smoky soft eyes, richly covered lips with deep hair tones. It's the new fresh change in fashion and makeup. A snappier, clearer look, says Catherine Walker of the Chelsea Design Company, designer of this red Barathia wool jacket, shaped in the waist, white silk crepe shirt, and high-waisted black jersey trousers. Simply perfect mousse makeup gives autumn's light matte coverage. Cheekbones touched with cocoa rose, dusted with transparent invisible veil powder. Eyes are deep smudged pink highlighted with Mood Indigo. Mood Mist Powder Perfection for Eyes. Outlined in charcoal, creative coloring pencil, and emphasized with black lavish lash building mascara. Lips have more color than summer, with tender berry luxury lipstick, all Elizabeth Arden. Belt by Osprey. Hair, Julian Berg. Makeup, Kathy Ann McAllister for Jean-Louis David. Photographed by Patrick Demerchiller. Okay. Yes. And there's another photo of the outfit in full size. And some of these pictures are a little bit small. So if you would like for me to make another video where I lay the magazine flat and film it on the table, then you won't see me, you will only see the magazine. If you prefer that way, you can always write me that. I will consider doing it that way if that works better. Yes. Okay. Just flip through a little bit more. And there's another fashion piece from Alexan, going for red in pure new wool. The emphasis is on buttoned down elegance. Alexan House, Clin Farm, Milton Keynes. Okay, that's just there. Yeah. So this a beautiful woman in a red wool suit, and she has a beautiful dog too, a Dalmatian, and a nice hat too. It's very Princess Diana look. Yeah, and big gold earrings too. And here on the other photo, it looks like she's going riding, horseback riding, as they call it in England. The latest crop of jackets, suits in pure new wool. So it's very sporty look. Very sporty look. Yeah. Which was popular at the time for the posh British society. California wool. Ease and elegance combined. And Corby. So beautiful. And here is a perfume commercial or ad. LE number 9. Cadol Perry. I don't remember that brand at all. And horoscope, the horoscope. Let's read Pisces horoscope for February, for this time, an arid month. You are asked after the 6th to account for your actions of the year and are hard. Let's drop it. It's so many years ago. I don't even remember. I was just a small child, so maybe it doesn't really apply to me. Yeah. Okay. Suzuki Santana. Another car ad here. Suzuki Santana. The one that got away. L'Oreal Paris. Bright colors again with black and very broad shoulder pads. Just give you a close-up look. Very oversized jacket there. It looks kind of ridiculous with today's eyes. And brooches in very geometrical forms. And I guess bright yellow must have been like the color of the year or something. Here it is again, with black again. Green and black, olive green and black. And another car ad, Fiesta 1987. There's more to it than meets the eye, it says. The smart small car, Fiesta 1987. At first glance, it's easy to see that the four Fiestas for 1987 are different. Take the L. It's got new wheel trims and body-colored bumpers. This makes for a much more elegant look. But the improvements are more than skin deep. Inside, there's Helix fabric trim. And a lot more is to read, but we don't have all day, so I'll just flip through. If you are a fan fan of Ford Fiesta 1987. If you had one of those cars and you would like me to elaborate more, just write me, okay? Yeah. So, copper tone for the faster natural sun tan. So, copper tone now contains a natural tan accelerator that actually helps you go brown more quickly. Yeah. And again, Louis Farad. Very elegant. Gold clothings. Very chic. Vauxhall Astra convertible. Another car ad here for the Astra convertible. Vauxhall. Okay, now another fashion section. The Art of Creating Fashion by Mundi. Oh, red and green. Like hunting season, I guess. Fall is hunting season. So I guess that's hunting season inspired fashion. Yeah. And another ad for Campari. Do you remember this actress? I remember she was in a movie with two teenage boys and they wanted to create the perfect woman on their computer. And so they did. And that was her. She played that role of the perfect woman. Yeah. Don't believe I've seen her in any other films. And I don't remember what it was called, that video film. But I do remember the face of that actress because she was exceptionally beautiful. Ah, yes. Freshen up with style. And a lot of ads. And diamonds. He loves me not. He loves me not. According to this ad, if a man buys you a diamond ring or a diamond necklace, he loves you. If he buys you a vacuum cleaner or a dishwasher or a microwave oven, he does not love you. Maybe he's with you out of convenience. Yes. Diamond is forever. Yeah. Funny. Okay. Very clever. Oh, here's another fun ad. So, one woman says, "How come you always go brown so fast?" That's the pale one. And then the brown one answers, "Search me." And you can see she has this tan enchancer on her belt, in her belt. Yeah. Bergasol. It makes you go brown faster. Okay. sleeping. Okay, so there is Eye on People, Charities, Fortuny, Royal Blue Bows, and Bianca Blackwood. Celebrities at the time in their fashionable outfits. Okay, Chanel tie. And active British style. Vital new days at the London collections. These are the clothes, easy and long-legged, with high-rise jersey leggings and short-toed jersey skirts, immaculate jackets, simple skirts, wide belts, new short coats, and swing or curve close. The colorfulness of plaids and the fresh mixing of neutral and bright reflected in the new look of men's suits too. Everything has the racy, flexible qualities of a modern lifestyle. And there's a beautiful short-haired woman. I also remember that it became more fashionable at this time for women to have short hair. And there's a man who looks just like Tom Cruise. Yeah. Leggings, sweater, belts. I like those belts there. I could consider getting some of that. The new bounce in British checks. British checks, always classy and elegant. And red was also just a very, very popular color at that time. There's red everywhere. And look at that coat, it is so oversized. Look at that shoulder pad. Those shoulder pads are really excessive. Unbelievable. Very, very iconic for that time. It's the power of short coats, high waists, bright tomato reds. Men's tweed suits get a splash of color. I like that. A splash of color for the men's suits. Yeah. And there the bright yellow again. This is more buttery. Butter red, butter yellow. Yeah, very nice. Like that butter color. Delicious. Oh, creamy butter. Oh, custard. Active British style. Updating biker leathers and denims. The nude three-piece, a body high leggings, short coat. Yes. There's very James Dean. Kind of. Yeah. Style. And again, oversized jackets. Camel style. Camel color. Nightlife active British style. colorful. Yes. Look at that dress. So 80s. So let's see. Taking the most seductive new ideas, bare-shouldered velvets and satins, silk ribboned and sequined lace, strapless satin and damask tops, with perfect pagoda peplums, flared over tapered silk trousers, rich and pale colors against black bare skins, and lavish jewels, the British design for an entertaining short night. Short night? Why not a long night? I like that big hair. 80s. I don't believe there was ever a decade where there was sold so much hairspray as in the 80s. Look at that. Look at that hairdo. Big hair. And primrose and gentian crimson and black. The new strapless silk bustier sharply skirted over trousers. And the red dress. Don't you love the red dress? I really must get a red dress. Red is such a beautiful color. I love it. And I have started to allow myself to wear colors that I never wore before. That I was always told certain colors are not for redheads. Red, pink, these kinds, but I don't care. I will wear the colors I love, and I don't care if they suit me or not. But I just love color. And here's a beautiful sequined, lacy evening cocktail dress, short cocktail dress. Sexy short dresses in richly ribboned and sparkled garnet and black lace. Oh, it's actually see-through. You can see through. Okay. Shortcuts to famous coats. The British great coat and Mac have been thoroughly reappraised. Cropped short, restyled to appear as the modern Burberry and deep in fur. The perfect glamour coat. Perfect glamour coat. Right there. I think this coat, this style, was very popular because I remember many people wore these. Rock and royalty. Yay. And here is Boy George. Probably do remember him if you are as old as I am. Boy George. What was his band again? Was it Culture Club? I believe it was, yes. Do You Really Want to Hurt Me? Was one of those big hits he had. One of my favorites. And he was a very, very iconic fashion influence with his very unique style. He wore makeup, lots of makeup, and I've actually never seen him without makeup. And you can see on like a pirate hat or something. And these, I remember these badges in the 80s with all sorts of statements. Yeah. And here is, of course, the beautiful Princess Diana. Always impeccable style. And she has this beautiful green suit here. The power suit. It's so unique with gold embellishments. Oh my goodness. So the exaggerated inventive glamour of pop stars and the increasing fashion consciousness of the young royals make them the potent media images of the decade. Yes, rock and royalty. In the let's read a little bit. In the 1980s, there have been no livelier indicators, no more vigorous influences on British fashion than the young royals and our multifarious pop groups. At first sight, it's a distinctly odd coupling, but viewing from the objective foreign standpoint, it becomes quite clear for the New York teenager. The European or Japanese housewife British fashion means, opposite Boy George wears a Nick Coleman black jacket, pirate hat from Lawrence Corner, and a selection of his own badges. This page, the Princess of Wales arrives at the British Fashion Show in Madrid in Rifat Ozbeg's gold-embellished turquoise silk suit. Astonishing. Yes. In many ways, pop stars, princesses, duchesses are up to the same thing. They all dress to be noticed. And on the first page, there are a bunch of pop stars that I no longer am familiar with. And on the next page, there is Duchess Fergie and Princess Diana again in many kind of different fashionable outfits. But there's the checkered British suit here. Duchess Fergie. The Duchess of York in Chanel. The Princess of Wales wears Brood Oldfield. Yes. And Princess Diana in a beautiful red suit here. And a balloon skirt. I remember those balloon skirts. They were fun. Never seen since. Vivienne Westwood. The Queen of the King's Road arrived on a bicycle. She was wearing a dark grey botany wool twin set with matching sash from her latest collection. Vivienne Westwood. That's her here. She is dressed like a king. Yes. Women biographers, which I don't know. Country life. English country life. And there's a beautiful English cottage here. and the old English life in the countryside. Horseback riding and drinking tea in the garden with beautiful hats on. With hat and spade, horse and hound, rod and line in shady lane and bosky garden, tag room, kitchen and conservatory, English life in the country carries on. Rhoda going wonders what the rural idyll is all about. Looks very cozy and nice. Oh, exquisite bedroom here. Very old English. It's very idyllic. Okay. And time is running, so classic good looks, another fashion piece, a modern perspective on the best British traditions. Nice cable sweater here. I'm making one myself at the moment. Very excited about that also. And nice wool coat. I will have to get that too for the season. And pearl earrings, pearl necklace. Oh, it's very classic. Today, back then, forever, pretty much. And royal style again. Very royal. Red. And a very feminine jacket here with a big skirt. The big skirt, yes. Oh, that coat. I dream of finding a coat just like this one. A real fur coat. So nice. Still modern and classic. What was classic fashion back then is still classic fashion today. It really is still very, very stylish. Very royal. Again, fancy and royal fashion here. Fashion was definitely influenced by the royals. You can clearly see. And there's just some ads here at the end. Nice diamond shoes. Sparkly shoes. And beautiful red again. Red suit. Gold jewelry. Let's see. Graph, unmistakably. Perfection. From the most fabulous collection of jewels in the world. Graph. Yes. So, that was all for this beautiful magazine. I am on the hunt for many more of these vintage magazines. So, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and comment down below if you would like to see more of these kinds of videos. And that's all for today. So have a good and comfortable sleep, and I'll see you again in the next video very, very soon.